Hello and welcome to Channel 9's Wide World of Sports, and welcome to Grand Final Day. We're at Suncorp Stadium. It starts here, of course, the pinnacle this afternoon, the NRL Grand Final. But the schoolboys, it is KIBRA Park and Hills Sports High, and as I'm joined by Wally Lewis, well, let's have a look at the road to the final for KIBRA Park.
Yeah, a narrow win over Wavell State High, 22-16 in the first one. Impressive victories the next couple, but a tight one against Illawarra. They believe that they've certainly booked their place and deserve a spot in the final.
This is the team that KIBRA have today. Hanari Wells at fullback. It's Kiernan and Matahari on the wings. Rowe and So in the centres. Toya will be their 5'8". Young Matt Beddoes their halfback and captain. Lawrenson comes off the bench like he did last game, and he will start the match. Vela Dunley, Fatuiaka, Leilua and Leapai on the bench today for KIBRA Park. It is Retty, Fafita, Walsh and Tago. Greg Lenton, of course, he's done a great job and he will coach them. The road to the final for Hills has been a tough one, but they've had some good wins. Yeah,
very impressive victory straight up against Westfield. A couple of narrow victories in that lineup as well. Bass High and Matraville providing two tight contests that will probably give them a little bit of a benefit for the final in defence.
Yeah, mighty football team, starting at fullback with McCallum, Horo and Santini on the wings. It's Ahafano and Loco in the setters. Weeby's their captain and 5'8". McGuinness the halfback. Patira will lock the scrum. Diamond, Charlie and Ethan Murphy in the back row. Fepalai and Javier. Heather is the hooker. On the bench today for Hills is Tuamala, Mawakawala, Tangira and Skelton, and Mark Horo is their coach. Jason Weeby there just walking past the trophy. He'll play a big part in this game. He was the man of the match last time we saw Hills Sports High. He's their 5'8", very, very talented, as are many of the players, including McCallum. But one player to watch, he got injured very early on in the game we did last of Hills Sports High. It's Jacob Loco. He's in jersey number 4. He's a Parramatta NYC player, an Australian schoolboy, and a very, very talented young man. Matt Beddoes leads KIBRA Park onto the field. They are the defending premiers, very much a different football team to the one we saw last year, and their expectations at the start of the year weren't that strong, but here they are, a youngish team, but a very, very talented team, and including Hanari Wells, who was on the wing last year. He was part of the team last year, one of just a few, but a very talented player, an Australian schoolboy, and a great lot of pace about him. Referee Nick Morrell gets us underway. This is the final of the Australian Rugby League Schoolboys Cup, and McCallum takes it straight off the kick and he gives it to Javier, who's met in strong defence. And in there was Moses and Leilua. Oh, another big tackle there. And so it's a pretty willing start on managed to get him to ground, but the tackle was effective. Weeby, they look for the backline movement here, and they look like they're going to get a bit of space. Whoa! Ominous signs. Ethan Murphy running wide. They come the short side again through Jacob Loco. The little left chip, and it finds a Hill Sports player. Oh, Weeby ends up putting it down. Territory. Eventually the ball going down from Weeby. That's Curtis Rowe going forward. Brought down 29 out. And a tackle by Murphy. Also in there was Patira. They are the defending premiers. Look out for this hooker as well, a much improved player, Nafoa Lepai. Nafoa Leapai, I should say, and he did get our player of the match. Wally gave it to him last time. That's Beddoes! Slips straight through. Hanari Wells looming on his inside, and he goes the distance. He'll score the first of the tries in this final. Hanari Wells, we told you to look for him. He loomed on the inside after the break from his skipper, and it's KIBRA 4-0.
Well, Jimmy, you called it right from the start. He'd be the man to the watch, and he certainly was. Ran to the line, managed to stand up the opposition hooker, Brendan Heather, and got on the outrun. Away he went into open spaces and had great support, very well timed by Hanari Wells. Did a wonderful job to execute the play absolutely beautifully.
Here's Caden Matahari. He won't get it any easier. And he makes no mistake. It is 6-0 here in the ARL Schoolboys final. KIBRA over Hills. Well, a lightning start for KIBRA. Less than 4 minutes old this game, and they've scored the try. And a nice kickoff from Weeby. Beddoes had to show a little bit of Fred Astaire footwork there to stay in the field. Or stay in the in goal, and they work it out now, does KIBRA. Look at this piece of play. Bit of the Jersey boys happening there. It's KIBRA running left to right, and that is Lalua. 135 kilos he was, and lost a lot of weight, and he's been in real good form this year. That's a good hit. Strong hit by Fepalai. As Keebra work it away. 48 out from their own line. We're on the last now. Nafoa at dummy half. He goes right back to Bedeau, who puts his right foot to the ball and straight down the throat of Jordan Horro, who gets it. Oh! Welcome to Suncorp, says Moses on McCallum.
Good evening. What a shot.
What about that? Moses for Tuiaka on McCallum.
Well, if we get to see any harder hit than that in senior grade football, I'd be very surprised. That is as good as it gets. McCallum, he's showing how tough he is by simply getting to his feet.
Yeah, for Tuiaka, bench presses about 170 kilos. He is just a machine. He'll be with the West Tigers next year, no doubt a part of their under-20s. A real talent, and both those players were, the bloke tackling and the tackled. And this is Hill Sports High. Wow, that was a hit.
Well, a little bit of disappointment for Hill Sports High then. They had an overlap. They had an extra 2 players. Simply weren't watching what was available outside. Here's
Weeby, and Weeby will go for the big bomb. And he may find some territory here. Good kick by Weeby. It'll be collected by Loco. Will it? No, the knock-on. I think that'll be a changeover. Let's have a look at that hit again. Well,
you're lucky if you ever see a bigger hit than this in senior grade football. That is unbelievable. The timing was absolutely first class. How tough is McCallum to get back up? I think I'd be calling for a stretcher there, looking for a little bit of a spell.
Maybe now, maybe not 20 years ago. But it was quite a hit from Moses for Tuiaka. We've seen a few, maybe not that big. Oh, the blind ball from James Dunley.
That was not a necessary pass. It didn't need to be thrown. Here's a golden chance.
There's Weeby, and McCallum is chasing after it. He's been called offside by the referee, and it's tidied up by Corbin. But a great opportunity there by Hills.
Well, Timmy, isn't that the difference between schoolboy football and senior grade football? If it had been the first grade game, he would not have been offside. He could have been a further 2 metres back, and he still would have got there. Have a look, he's miles in front of anyone else.
I think it was actually a tough call, but understandably the referees don't have video replays, and he was right on the line. He timed his run pretty well in my eyes, McCallum, but look, it's gone now, and they trail by 6 on the scoreboard. Nafoa runs under the attempted tackle, and he keeps going, young Nafoa. I know he impressed you last time we were at Suncorp, but on the last tackle here, it's Keebra through the short side, and Hanari Wells with a little dribbling kick. Jordan Horro picks it up pretty nicely.
I'll bet the Hill Sports High boys are very happy that that was just a little dribbling grubber kick that came across. Absolutely no pressure placed upon them. I was expecting a very high bomb to put McCallum under plenty of pressure while he's still recovering from that giant hit.
Yeah, that's Loco. McCallum at dummy half to Weeby. McGuinness keeps the ball alive, and they find some space through Ahafono, who's wrapped up by Bedeau and So. That's Bradley So in jersey number 3 in some open territory. That's Tony Santini. A little kick by Brendan Heather. Will he get it? He kicks it on again. Harry Kuehl-like. Will he collect it this time? Yes, he does. Into McCallum wall. That's a beautiful try. And we'll see it locked up shortly. McCallum blasted off his feet just a few minutes ago. Johnny on the spot this time at 6'4".
Plenty of skill involved here. A little bit of luck with the bounce, but good timing. And there wasn't any panic. He's shown some great creativity from dummy half, Heather. Under a little bit of pressure there. Gee, I don't think Hanari Wells knew exactly what to do. Do I race into the ball? Do I hang back? He made the latter, and perhaps it was the incorrect decision. But the man that did everything correctly was McCallum. Cashing in with 4 points.
Jason Weeby will see the trademark smile. There it is, and he'll be laughing because it's straight in front of the post, and we're locked up in the final of the ARL Schoolboys Cup. It is 6-all. 2 superb tries to get us underway here. It's 6-all.
Just had a play and Hills. 2 or 3 metres offside from the kickoff. Absolutely amazed that the referee didn't blow that offside. He saw it as well. They're very fortunate to escape KIBRA Park.
Well, I suppose you've got to look at your touch judges, don't you? I know they're not mic'd up in this, but surely you could get a message to them. Anyway, it's through Ethan Murphy, and they stay the short side, and there's a penalty.
That's what one simple drop pass can be. Hill Sports High now on the attack. 20 metres out, and the big fella charging into the line.
135 kilos of big Bill Skelton, that is. He's a massive man. KIBRA's got an equally big guy named Tago. That's why they have the jersey 20. Heather now, a little run. They've got to make him just a little bit bigger. Wall for the 20. And he's injured here. Understandably, this is a grand final and he'd be desperate to stay out there. He's been very good so far, but this is their back line. Weeby to McGuinness, McGuinness to McCallum. McCallum with little fancy feet, dodges one way, grows the other, and he's eventually brought to ground by Lawrenson. They're on the attack here, Hills, through Diamond Charlie with a sparkling run. And holding that in the back pocket. Big Bill Skelton goes past him to Weeby, and Weeby keeps the ball alive. That is Ethan Murphy. Back inside to Jacob Loco. Loco gets around 1, 2. And that's the last.
Defence had slid comfortably, had them covered. They could have got the ball in behind the try line to ensure a restart with a drop kick from under the post.
Yep, under 10 minutes remaining in the first half, and you'd imagine there'd be a few new... Oh, that was a good, strong... Weeby will work it. He's got McGuinness out wide. McGuinness to McCallum, and Heather eventually succumbs, shakes his head, but it's alive out wide through Ahafono. And look, if he doesn't play any further part and Hills do win, either way, he's had a contribution and a very significant one. This is Charlie, just 5 metres out from the KIBRA line, looking dangerous. Big Will Skelton, he'll take some bringing down, run straight into Tago. It's about 250 kilos combined there. They spread it now through McGuinness. McGuinness to Weeby. Weeby looks to McCallum inside. McCallum still alive. McCallum eventually brought down by Nafoa. 2 metres out. They'll come the same way through Weeby. Weeby jinks one way, jinks the other, and eventually gets the ball back to Tuamala. Tuamala spreads the ball to Ahafono, and he'll keep running inside, infield to Nafoa, who'll eventually wrap him down, or wrap him up, rather, with Hanari Wells. We're on the last tackle here. The ball goes back to Weeby with the crossfield chipping kick. McCallum! It will be there and he'll score the try. Oh, 2 of their stars. Weeby onto McCallum, and it is Hills 10, KIBRA 6.
Very well constructed try. They did very well. KIBRA Park are playing a very compressed defensive line at this stage. They knew that they had to get up, move quite quickly. The kick was absolutely perfectly placed, just went inside James Dudley. And the timing of the collection was absolutely first class by McCallum.
Jason Weeby, the skipper, a little bit tougher than last time to make it a 6-point lead. The ARL Schoolboy final at Suncorp Stadium. Right foot strikes it and it goes straight between the posts. It's 12-6 now. The boys down south leading KIBRA. So it's a 6-point difference, and Hills through McCallum in conjunction with Weeby last time. Here's Skelton. In this game, no real pronounced favourite at all. Tuamala, wrapped up by Lawrenson, also there Dunley, and Weeby centre field with the kick that goes straight down the throat of Caden Matahari. Oh, that's a good hit. That's real good from Ethan Murphy. Just over 4 minutes remaining in the opening half here of the final as Badeau goes the little chip kick, and that's nicely tidied up by Santini, I think it is there. Weeby to Loco. Loco gets around one, tries to get around Rowe, who's been marking him very, very well today. And he's helped there by Matahari. Weeby to Skelton. Big Will. Tell you what, that takes a bit of strength. 3 of them, of course. There was Retty, there was Dunley, there was Tago, and there goes the clock. Goes for the Benji Marshall drop goal from near halfway, does Weeby, and it's just waved away. Oh, that wasn't too far off. What a game of football we've got here in the ARL Schoolboys at half-time at Hills 12, KIBRA 6.